Check it out. You hear? I hear something.
Took off on mute. Second.
Test.
It's on, sir.
It's on. Solid. No sweat. Slack here. We good?
Con.
So ask your question again,
Con, sir. I mean, my question is in the verse. You wanted me to go one verse up?
Yeah, if you could. You don't mind.
Verse 7. It says, "Therefore said the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness."
Right. So the Lord said He's not going to hold His tongue no more. Right. Meaning He gonna speak on us, not speak on it, but He's gonna act on it. Right. Go ahead.
Con. "Which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things."
Neither will I suffer them in them things. That's your question, right?
Con, sir.
When he says neither will I suffer them in those things, meaning He's not going to bear with them in their iniquities anymore.
Okay, con.
You get what I'm saying?
Con.
So now he would, like, He suffers some of our sins, but these people's sins He's not going to suffer them no more.
Okay, con, sir.
Go ahead.
So okay, con.
No, go ahead. What's your question?
So when he says neither will I suffer them, meaning like He's not going to suffer for their wickedness.
No. Suffering meaning like bear or let me see what's another word for it.
Like bear through it, you mean?
Yeah, I'm not gonna suffer, meaning yeah, like I'm suffering the sins that you're doing. I'm doing it for your sake, so you can stay alive. Now I'm gonna kill you. You get what I'm saying? Now it's time for action to come because you are a sinner. I'm not gonna suffer that no more. You know what I mean? No sweat. You good to go? All right. Go. Keep going. Any more on that?
Okay.
And that's all you want to know?
Yeah, I just want to know what, you know what I mean, what that meant. Like, neither would I suffer them.
Right. No sweat. Go ahead, Rigo.
So it could be an experience, right, sir?
What you mean?
To suffer, that's an experience.
Experience? What do you mean by that?
Experience to be subject.
Is that in the scripture?
No, it's like the definition of suffer to experience.
Oh, that's what. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yes, kind of. It's like a brother be late, right? Brother be late. I'll suffer that. Then it's like, all right, stop being late. You know what I mean? Like you go to your job. Some of your bosses or your supervisor, they might suffer you being late for a little bit. Then you can go get written up, right? Same. That's what the Lord is saying. Now it's time to act on these things, right? Solid. Any other questions? No questions?
The question from last week, sir, on in Exodus chapter 13, verse 3.
What was that again? I definitely didn't get it because you ain't text me, did you?
No.
I definitely forgot about it. Just text it to me so you can I can bring it back out, right?
Okay.
Any other questions? Good to go? Coming out. Go ahead.
Yeah, sir. If you could pull a few precepts on lynching.
Lynching, right? All right. So you want the actual hanging from the tree, or
just
yeah, sir. Yeah. I mean that one and a few others that touch on Black and Latinos being lynched together. All right. So what you want to do is like history, right? Always go to history. History, you'll bring it up. We can bring it to the Bible too. Throughout history, you'll see pictures of Hispanics getting hung, blacks getting hung. You know what I'm saying? That's just something that happens to us because we are cursed people, right? And our enemy, we have the same enemy, right? We brothers and we suffered under the same oppressor. So you always want to go there just to show that we are together. What's another way you can show we together? Because that's the whole point, right? You want to prove to somebody that Hispanics went through the same thing blacks went through, or is that the point? Or is that what you're trying to prove? So you always want to go to history, right? Give me some things that we're together in. And someone give me Jeremiah 50:3, right? We go.
The same slave ships that the Mexicans went through, Some of the ships are being found right now all over from Mexico all the way to Cuba.
Okay.
A lot of the mines were sold into slavery for the sugar canes in Cuba too.
Okay. Go ahead, Malakma.
Like, so in today's time, you look at the prison rate, the incarceration rate, and
Right.
the people getting killed by police.
Right. All those are correct, right? What's another way? We in the ghetto together, right? We in gangs together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We suffer under the same we suffer the same curses together, right?
Right.
Like whose family wasn't on welfare? You know what I mean? Whose family, didn't have a father in the crib? You know what I'm saying? Who doesn't have a family member that's a black or Hispanic who's not a drug addict or some type of criminal? You get what I'm saying?
Right.
That's a whole thing. We always been together, and that's why we hate each other. We hate each other. Why? Why would you hate your neighbor? Why? So what?
Because we hate ourselves, sir.
Not quite, but that's true. Not that. I said neighbor for a reason. Good.
Because the oppressor separated us.
Okay, no. Go ahead.
So like I said, we have to deal with each other.
Yeah, because we see each other.
Come.
You know what I'm saying? Why would you hate? The only reason why you hate someone because you see them all the time. Yeah, you can't. That's why you don't hate white people, right?
Right.
You don't hate white people because they live way the hell over there. That's why it's easy to love them because you don't got to deal with them. You know what I mean? But it's easy to hate your brother because you see him all the time. It's like you're living in your family, right? You live in the crib with your family. How many times you and your brother gonna fight? How many times you and your sister gonna fight? You get what I'm saying? That's the same dynamic we have today in this society, right? So now let's get Deuteronomy, right? So who has black Indians? Anyone got black Indians?
Okay, so
Go ahead. So now give me the first Hispanics that were, or the natives that was sent over to Spain, right? I think it was what
1300.
No, it wasn't 13. I forget the number. You can find the page. Matter of fact, I'll find it for you. 1 second. Who got Jeremiah 50:3? Go ahead, Commandant. No, it's just your question. Go ahead and read it.
Come on. Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 3. For out of the north there cometh up a nation against her, which shall make her land desolate, and none shall dwell therein.
Right, they're out of the north, right? What's that north represent? Go ahead.
Is that America?
North America, right?
Yeah.
Out of the north, read it again.
Come on.
Okay.
In those
Page 27. If not page 27, hold on 1 second. If not page 27, yeah, give me page 27. Go ahead,
Come on, sir. Jeremiah 50:3. For out of the north there cometh up a nation against her.
Out of the north, there come up a nation against her, right? That her is talking about who? America. America being the daughter of Babylon. That's why they call it a her. Why is it the daughter of Babylon? Go ahead.
Because it's spiritually is the daughter of Babylon, right? Sir?
Why though?
Oh, because of the one I would say this like the
What is Babylon known for?
For coming up for everybody coming up against the Lord and
No.
one.
That's true, but give me more. Malakma.
Like the Super Tower of Babel, everybody coming together as one.
Yes, but y'all ain't give it to me yet. Go ahead.
The captivity?
Captivity is correct. Go ahead.
Their customs and cultures and the ways similar to America's ways.
There you go. Y'all understand, right? Babylon, the whole blueprint of America is Babylon's blueprint. It's to bring all nations together under one umbrella. You get what I'm saying? That was America. That's why America is the daughter of Babylon, right? So now, keep going.
Oh God. What shall make her land desolate, and none shall dwell therein.
Mm-hmm.
They shall depart both man and beast.
Right, they shall depart both men and beasts. Now drop down to 33.
Verse 33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together.
Read again.
The children of Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together.
Y'all understand that, right? So this is another thing you want to bring out. You want to bring out just a little bit of context for the people, right? Who is the children of Judah? And someone that give me that scripture in Ezekiel with the sticks becoming one, right? Y'all know that precept?
Oh.
Go ahead, Rigo. What you gonna say?
Judah is the so-called Negroes, real Negroes.
Huh?
Judah is the so-called Negroes, African American.
So-called black man. Go ahead, come it up.
Is the Southern Kingdom?
The Southern Kingdom, right? Or who do they who they circumference? Who's in that? Who's in the house of Judah? Go ahead.
Judah, which are so-called Negroes.
Yeah.
Benjamites, who the West Indians.
Right.
And the Haitians.
The Levites, right? So that is what you will call the house of Judah. Y'all understand? This wasn't every single Judite, Benjamite, Levite, but these were the people that remained. Y'all with me? So now, this is the house of Judah. Now, who is the house of Israel? Coming up.
The Northern Kingdom, which is the other 9 tribes. So like the other
that's
9 tribes.
Yeah, that's correct, right? The so-called Hispanic tribes, right? That's what you want to use. So now these two people, these two families were what together?
Oppressed together.
Oppressed together. Y'all with me, right? So now, when you're oppressed together, give me now we just talked about it. What is being oppressed together mean?
What does oppressed together mean?
Yeah.
Suffering together.
Suffering together, right? We suffer together, right? So what are the things we suffer? We suffer murder together. We suffer crime, being criminal, being victims together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't think the same things that happen to black people is the same thing that happen to Hispanic people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The same thing. Ain't no. You see that on the news, right? How many Hispanic brothers get shot from the police? About the same. They might not get the same coverage, but we know. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. It's always been happening since the beginning. You understand? Who got the one in Ezekiel? Now let me get this precept on this lynching precept once.
What you wanted Ezekiel, sir?
Who got that one? I asked for it.
Which one was it, sir?
The 2 sticks coming together. You know what I'm talking about? Don't we have a lynching flyer? Y'all know that flyer?
I haven't seen it.
Okay, we have a flyer that's a straight lynching.
Wow, I think I've seen it.
I got it right here in my email. 1 second. Who got that one, Ezekiel, though? Go ahead, I'll read it for me.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 37, verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
Moreover, thou son of man, take thee 1 stick and write upon it for Judah and for the children of Israel, his companions. Then take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel, his companions.
Come on, man. Keep going.
And join them.
And join them. Go ahead.
One to another.
Keep going.
Into 1 stick. And they shall become one in thine hand.
Y'all understand, right? So now y'all put that in your notes. Now I'm gonna give you the lynching precept. Give me Galatians 3 and 13. First, let me give you all 3 of them. Let me get Obadiah 1 and 10. I score.
You said page 27 in the book of.
Is that the one?
Well, there is no page 27.
In Black Indians?
Yeah, it's just 26 and 28.
It might just not say the number, but it's just the next page after 26.
Okay, come.
Is it is that the one I want though? You can read it anyway. It's still good.
Okay, I believe it is.
Go ahead.
This is Black Indians, a Hidden Heritage from William Lauren Katz, page 28.
Go ahead.
The first Africans brought to the New World by European slavery probably arrived in April 1502
Go ahead.
aboard the ship that brought the new governor of Hispaniola, Nicolas de Ovando.
Keep going.
Soon after they landed, some Africans escaped to the woods and found a new home among the Native Americans. Later that year, Governor Ovando sent a request to King Ferdinand that no more Africans be sent to the Americas. His reason was simple. They fled amongst the Indians and taught them bad customs and never could be captured.
Keep going.
Why did he feel they could never be retaken? Had the two peoples united as a military force at this early date? Were Native Americans prepared to drive off European slave hunters? Was an alliance taking shape into the woods between two peoples who opposed the Spanish conquerors? The answers to these questions are unclear. But Governor Ovando is describing more than a problem of bad, untrustworthy servants. His words are more than a complaint about the difficulties of recapturing fugitives in a tropical rainforest. Governor Ovando's words in 1502 are the first hint of a growing problem for the European masters of the New World, the first notice of a new relationship budding beyond the control of the Spaniards.
Keep going.
Africans arrived on these shores with valuable assets for both Europeans and Native Americans.
I mean, that's definitely not it. Call Lahab. Lahab know where it's at, right?
Sorry, what are you looking for?
It's the one where the brothers got sent back to Spain to be slaves, right? That's what you always would want to show that, Hispanics do the same thing, right? Give me Obadiah 1 and 10.
The book of Obadiah, chapter.
So what? You got Obadiah?
Yes, sir.
No sweat. Go ahead, read it.
You want to start 9 or 10, sir?
9.
Obadiah chapter 1, verse 9. And thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed to the end that every one of the mount of Esau shall be cut off by slaughter.
Everyone from the Mount Esau shall be cut off by slaughter. So this is the things that's going to happen to them for the crimes they did against the children of Israel, right? Go ahead.
Verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee.
What was the violence that was done against thy brother Jacob? Coming out.
The violence, rape, and murder.
Yeah, lynchings.
Come.
You get what I'm saying, right? Shame shall cover thee. Go ahead.
And thou shalt be cut off forever.
You shall be cut off forever. Now, right now, drop down, not Slakia. Give me Galatians 3 and 13. You can also use Revelation 11 and 8. And their dead bodies shall lay in the street of the great city. But let me get Galatians 3 and 13.
The book of Galatians, chapter 3, verse 13. Christ hath redeemed us from the curse of the law.
What was the curse of the law? Anybody know? It's talking about in Deuteronomy. Go ahead.
The punishment?
Right. Which one?
Which one?
Yeah.
This specific one, sir?
Come. For this is a specific one for your precept. I mean, for your question.
Like it.
It's probably around there 37 or something. Go ahead.
Going into captivity.
No, not going into captivity. No, not that one. No sweat. I found it for you. Read it again from the top.
Oh, God. The book of Galatians, chapter 3, verse 13. Christ hath redeemed us from the curse of the law, being made.
Now, hold on. Now, Christ has redeemed us from the curse of the law. Keep going.
Oh, God. Being made a curse for us.
Being made a curse for us. How is he a curse for us? Go ahead. Come it up.
He suffered for it.
Right. He suffered for us, right? He suffered the sins, right? So now he became a curse for us. Go ahead.
For it is written.
For it is written. This is what I was talking about. Go ahead.
Cursed is everyone that hangeth on a tree.
That what?
Cursed is everyone that hangeth on a tree.
Cursed is what?
Cursed is Slakia. Cursed is everyone that hangeth on a tree.
You understand, right? So when you think about the people who was hung from the tree, those are the people that was cursed. The Lord redeemed those people by dying for them. You understand? Who was the people that's hung from a tree? Somebody? Here you go.
Blacks, Hispanics.
Right. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Y'all understand, right?
Come.
That's your lynching precept. That's what you would want to use right there, just to show And then what you want to do, Commandant, is you want to show pictures. Matter of fact, Kazak Yard is supposed to make a damn sign with the Latino lynchings, right? So when he makes a sign, you always show that and just show what the Lord was talking about. But go ahead.
So like when it said it was written, what was that? You said it was written in
Deuteronomy. Let me get it 1 second. 1 second.
Is it verse 48?
Let me hear it.
It says, therefore thou shalt serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst and in.
Nah, it's a better one. It's around the 30s, I believe. I'll find it for you. Let's move. I'll look for it. Let's move on, though. All right. Okay. 1 second. Damn, right. You good on that though, right?
So like there's a 32 where the sons and daughters shall go into captivity.
Nah,
no?
It's about
I'm good on this, sir, so.
It's about being hurt or violated. 1 second. Any other questions? Good to go? Slacking, like Mark. Go ahead.
So like cap on just a question, like are there any other precepts or scriptures that talk about, the conquistadors and the colonizers, the colonists coming over here and doing what they did to our ancestors besides Deuteronomy, the curses of Deuteronomy?
Yeah, there is. You give me Genesis 49. Give me the precept with the Israelites. And also give me Deuteronomy 33, right? Give me those two. 1 second. Go ahead.
You said Genesis chapter 49?
Yeah, 49 and I think 15. 14? You got it up?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Genesis chapter 49, verse 14. Issachar is a strong ass, couching down between two burdens.
Break it down, Malakma.
Couching down between two burdens is that, the hard work that Mexicans do, and how, they take on a heavy load.
Okay, give me a little more. What's the two burdens?
Being between North and South America.
North and Central America, right?
North and Central.
Right, being right in between North and Central America. Wait, it's like that is South America. You're right, my bad. So between North and South America, right? You're couching down between the two burdens, right? The two places where the Lord hit the most with our people. Those are the two burdens. That's why they're burdened, because they're burdened because they got God's chosen people in those places. You understand? So those places are going to be burdened because the Lord is going to visit those places. Keep going. Read from the top again.
Genesis 49, verse 14. Issachar is a strong ass, couching down between two burdens. Verse 15. And he saw that rest was good, and the land that it was pleasant.
Right. He seen that rest was good and the land was pleasant. What was the rest was good mean? Go ahead.
Most of the guys that I used to work with, 12 o'clock, siesta.
Right.
They take a little break.
You got to explain it to everybody what a siesta is. What is it? What is a siesta?
They just go to sleep for a minute. Knock out.
God. It's just a characteristic of your tribe. You get what I'm saying? Keep going.
And the land that it was pleasant, and bowed his shoulders to bear, and become a servant unto tribute.
He became a servant unto tribute, right? Wait, read that one line before it.
And the land that it was pleasant, and bowed his shoulders to bear, and become servant unto tribute.
Break that down. He bowed his shoulder onto bear and what?
Become a servant unto tribute.
And become a servant unto tribute. Go ahead, Eli.
He like a slave for a wage. Like he stayed working for the money.
He stayed working for the money. And who seen that? Who seen that? Go ahead.
The white man.
Which white man? Malakma.
The conquistador.
The Spaniards, right? They seen that, right? They see that, damn, these cats work. They're not like these ones where you're gonna have to pay them, or they just, they act out a little more. These ones right here, Mike can give them a 12-pack of Corona, right? And they'll work for that. You know what I'm saying? That's what he did see. So everything, that's why he gonna work so hard for nothing. You understand? You ever you wonder why Mexicans work so hard? They just like working. They don't want to be at the crib. You get what I mean? that's just the characteristic of who you are, man. Like who else will stand at the corner of Home Depot all day? So
I talk about siestas, taking breaks. You know what I'm saying? I used to always trip. I used to be like, man, like this bus to go lay down for 10 minutes. But you know what I'm saying? You start thinking about it. It's like, man, I ain't working hard enough. I need that 10 minutes to go get that rest. You know what I'm saying? We come back to work. I'm like, God damn, like I ain't working hard enough. I ain't tired enough to go get 10 minutes and really value that time. You know? Yeah.
For sure. You know what I mean? You got your hand up over here? Is there any more on that up?
After that, no.
Okay, no sweat. Now give me Deuteronomy 33. Slide, let me find it for you. Deuteronomy 33. One second. Anybody see Issachar in 33 chapter? I see every other one.
I see Judah, Reuben. Benjamin, Joseph. Ben,
18.
18?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there it is right there. Yeah. Now read 18 for me.
Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy chapter 33, verse 18. Mm-hmm. And of Zebulun, he said, rejoice, Zebulun, in thy going out, and Issachar in thy tents.
Go ahead.
Verse 19, they should call the people unto the mountain. There they shall offer sacrifice of righteousness.
Right. Before they start sacrificing the wicked things they did. Remember, all that, right? But when they was, the Aztecs, right? They start going off. They would sacrifice right things. What was the right thing they did sacrifice? Before the who got a hold of them. Right. Before they got a hold of them. Before they got to them. Now, first of all, the whole point of going to Ashtoreth or America was for them to keep the law on that land. But they went against that, right? That was just an excuse. They came over here, they started doing their thing, was living life, you know what I mean, until the Spaniards came over here. And when they was doing that, they was doing good until they start going off. They started getting into evil wickedness, right? And in that, that's why the Lord said they do it righteous sacrifices. But then they start getting into sacrificing who? Each other.
Right.
You understand, right? Keep going.
Verse 19, they shall call the people unto the mountain.
Mm-hmm. This is what they did, right? The same ritual that they went from righteousness is the same ritual where they kept to be wicked. Because the only thing that changed was the sacrifice.
Right.
You understand? Went from sacrificing a lamb or an ox to sacrificing a baby. or sacrificing a man. You get what I mean? And then what they do with them after? Anybody know? Good.
So like after the sacrifice?
Yeah.
Like toss the body?
Toss the body. Not only that, sometimes they eat them. Yeah, they became, it was wild, right? Go ahead.
There they shall offer sacrifice of righteousness, for they shall suck of the abundance of the seas and of treasures hid in the sand.
Right, that's what the Lord wanted them to have in those places. You know what I mean? The places they found and the places they went to go inhabit, he wanted them to have all the riches of those places until they went into captivity, right? Until those Spanish conquistadors got them and then did the things that they did to them, just like the oppressor did to us, or the so-called European man did to us. You understand?
Right.
We good to go on that? We go.
And you could always, we could always find that just searching like conquistadors, before they got there, and then after show that the Issacharites or the Aztecs weren't doing those type of sacrificial unrighteousness before the conquistadors, correct?
No. The reason why they became susceptible for the conquistadors to conquer them is because they went off. That's you understand? Right. They had to go off for the Lord to allow that devil to come get them. You get what I mean? So for them to do that is the reason why they got conquered. Right. Y'all understand? Okay. All right, no sweat. Solid on that. Any other questions? Good to go? All right, let me get Ecclesiasticus 6 and 5. Me Ecclesiasticus 6 and 5, and also give me Ecclesiasticus 41 and 16. Go ahead, Al.
In the Apocrypha?
In the Apocrypha. Every time you hear Ecclesiasticus, that's the Apocrypha. Ecclesiastes, that's the Bible. All right, which is the same thing. Y'all understand, right? The Apocrypha is the Bible. The Apocrypha is the Old Testament, right?
So, cuz in the Apocrypha and C.
Yeah, right. Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, Ecclesiastes in the Bible. All right.
So, what chapter, sir?
What I say?
6 and 5.
6 and 5. Ecclesiastes 6 and 5, right?
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 6, verse 5.
And then someone give me also Ecclesiasticus 4 and I'll find it. So like it might be 28 and 4. Go ahead.
Come on. Sweet language will multiply friends.
Break it down. Sweet language will multiply friends. Go ahead. Go. Let me hear not desire.
So will that be like saying what people wants to hear?
You want to say what people want to hear? Nah, not necessarily. Like that's more of I give you that. Yeah, you want to say things that people want to hear, right? Go ahead.
It's like a pastor or
no, okay, no, not in that context, right? Sweet language will multiply friends. What does that mean? So what?
Talking good.
Talking good, right? Talking nice to somebody, right? That's what that means, right? When you talk sweet, when you have a sweet language, you multiply friends, right? So now, what does it mean to talk good? Talk well, speak well. It's like it. Go ahead.
Educated?
Huh?
You're educated if you can talk well.
Educated? No, that doesn't necessarily mean you're educated. There's educated assholes, right? So it doesn't mean that. Go ahead.
So like, sir, being brotherly.
That's it right there. Being brotherly. You know what I mean? So, or sisterly, right? So when you're talking to someone, you want to talk to them with grace, right? You want to talk to them, kind. That's what that says, right? Sweet language will multiply friends. When you talk nice to somebody like start to like you because you're nice, to speak well, or not speak. When I say speak well, you don't have to have the best grammar, but you're a kind person in your conversation. You get what I'm saying? That's what the Lord wants from us. That's how the Lord wants us to speak to each other, right? A lot of reasons why we don't speak to each other like that is because we've never been educated on how to talk to each other. You understand? No one ever gave us that education on, how we should treat or talk or speak to one another. They just, you know, we just in the ghetto and, you know, we just, you know, talk how we want to talk. Go ahead, Malak. You want to say something?
Say like kind of to piggyback off that, like the environment. We grew up in households where nobody touched kind to each other. They always, you know, cussing each other out and fighting.
That's right. That's right. So give me some examples of talking sweet to each other or multiplying friends. Give me some examples. Go ahead.
So like I said, I'll be like, dang, you got them new 12s?
Right. That works. It's just it's how we talk to each other in here. You know what I'm saying? Or how we should talk to each other in here. What's going on, brother? How you doing? Hey, brother, I asked, you want to drink? If you don't mind, not right? If you don't mind pouring me a drink, I appreciate it. The water. You understand? All those things are practices on how we should talk. That's why we talk like that. It's practice for us. You get what I'm saying? And then you'll be talking to how we talk to each other, and you'll take it outside this class and how you talk to people. You know what I'm saying? People outside, like maybe at your slavery or something, maybe at your school. You start talking to them like that. If you don't mind. No, thank you. I appreciate that. You understand? So all those things make you like they you know what I mean? If you want something done, if you want people to like you, now some people don't give a damn if you like them, right? But if you want people to do what you want them to do, you talk nice to them. You understand? Okay. Now give me a Ecclesiasticus 41:16. It doesn't pay to be an asshole, right? You don't want to be a person who's hard to deal with. You get what I mean? You don't want to be that type of person, right? Go ahead. Somebody read it when they got it, Bible sir.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 41, verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, be shamefaced, according to my word.
Right. Be shamefaced. Wait, hold on. Salakia, hold that before you go there. Got to get this one more. Salakia. Give me James, right? Me James 3:5. James 3:5. This is an education for Black and Hispanics, brothers, sisters, marriages. It all works well. You know what I'm saying? If we know how to talk to each other. And the Bible talks about how talking and communication go a long way. So I said, James 3:5, hold that. Give me Hebrews 13:11 real quick before y'all go there. Who got it?
I got it. The book of Hebrews, chapter 13, verse 11.
Salakia. And somebody hold Proverbs 15:1 and Proverbs 18:4. All right. Go ahead, Natazak.
Come. For the bodies of those beasts who
this is what?
Salakia. The bodies of those beasts.
What precept are you at?
You said 13 and 11, right?
All right, Salakia. Give me 11 and 13.
Come.
Is that Hebrews?
Come.
Salakia. 1 second. My bad.
These all died in faith.
No, I got it. I'll get it for you right now. 13 and 16. What I say? 13 and 11?
Come.
13 and 16. Salakia. I'm not as sharp as I used to be. I used to know all of them. Now I answer calls all the time. I can't even study. Now go ahead.
Come. The book of Hebrews, chapter 13, verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
But to do good and to communicate, forget not.
Right. But to do good and to communicate, forget not. Communication is key. You understand? Right. The way you communicate, or this is what you have to understand. A lot of people's minds work different than yours, right? You can't assume that people know what you're talking about. You can't assume that people know what you're saying. You're gonna have to communicate your verbiage clearly. You understand? So to do that, you have to break it down so everyone can understand. Right? Read it from the top.
Come on. The book of Hebrews, chapter 13, verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
But to do good and to communicate, forget not.
Right. And even in this context, but to do good and to communicate, right? We have to be able to what? Communicate to each other, right? In our work, right or wrong. We got to be able to talk to each other, communicate to each other, tell each other what's going on, right? A lot of times Satan will get in your way of communication. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because this is how Satan works. You might be going through something. And because Satan is so crafty and manipulative, you might not want to explain what you're going through because you feel like what you're going through is enough to get you out of your situation, right? But in the real world, it doesn't work like that. You understand? Even no matter what you're going through, you still have to communicate to somebody so they can understand. Because as soon as you stop communication, what happens? If I see comment, go ahead, Rico.
Our communication just falls apart.
It falls apart. How?
Because you're not communicating.
But how does it fall apart?
Just stop caring.
You stop what?
Caring.
That's correct. That's true. I'll take it. I'll score. What are you gonna say?
I was saying it decreases the brotherhood.
That's definitely what it does. You know what I mean? It decreases brotherhood. And if you're in a marriage, it'll decrease your marriage. It'll decrease your friendship, right? If I see Commodore all the time, right? And I see Commodore, what's going on, Commodore? And imagine the one time I don't salute Commodore. What happens now? Sis.
He's gonna assume something negative, possibly.
It sometimes Satan works that way. You understand? Yeah. Satan will work like, hey, why ain't Commodore salute me? You hate me or something? I think he hates me. You understand? You see how easy that is. Right. Because y'all didn't talk. Now it's like, this brother don't like me. I could tell he don't like me. He seen me in the class. Why ain't say nothing to me? Right? You see how little talk. You see how far talking will take you? Just saying hello. Just saluting somebody. You get what I mean? Without that communication, now Satan gets in the way. Now he destroys a friendship. Right. Now he destroys a relationship, right? If you've been married, right, sometimes you might be angry at your spouse, so y'all start not talking. That's not a good thing. That's right. You get what I mean? The not talking thing doesn't help nobody. You get what I mean? You want to just stop that and start talking, start communicating, right? Because Satan gets in the way of communication. That's the whole thing. That's why the Lord has said he's very pleased when you do communicate. You understand? He's going to be pleased in that communication because that's what you have to do. Sometimes you don't want to talk to nobody. Think I want to talk all the time? I don't want to talk, but I know I have to because Satan works in those ways. He works right when I don't want to. That's when he's going to show up. You understand? You get your hand up, Art?
I was one of those abuses because separation is
it does.
Connection.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why the Lord said, what? Do well to communicate. Read it from the top up.
Okay. The book of Hebrews, chapter 13, verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
But to do good and to communicate, forget not.
Forget not. Don't forget it. Don't forget. Make it a habit. You know what I'm saying? Some people, I don't feel like talking. Don't worry about feelings. That's irrelevant. You understand? If you don't feel like doing something, just take the feeling out of it because feeling doesn't matter. It's not important. It's a duty. Y'all get it? It's a duty. It's something you have to do. You know what I'm saying? Because now you're in the mood to talk. So now you just controlled by feelings and moods. Right? Don't be like that. Don't be like that. Make it a duty. Make it a job. Your job, right? You're free to feel how you want to feel all the time, right? But when you go to your slavery, are you free to feel the way you want to feel? Right? You're not. So like, man, I don't feel like working. Well, no problem. You're fired. Right?
Right.
So now you know that when you not at your slavery, that you can take your feelings out of it. You did it at your slavery. You understand? Oscar, you want to say something?
No, sir. I have those precepts when they want them.
All right, no sweat. Is that it on that?
Lie, sir. For with such sacrifices, God is well pleased.
For with such sacrifices, God is pleased. Is what is that? Well pleased? With your sacrifices and communicating with each other, the Lord is pleased with that. You understand? The Lord is pleased with that. That's what he wants you to do. Because he knows what? He knows brotherhood is what you need. You know what I mean? He knows that's what you need. And without that, the Lord won't be pleased. You understand? Give me what you got, Proverbs.
So this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 15 and verse 1.
Go ahead.
A soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger.
You understand that? What's a soft answer? What's a soft answer? Break that down. A soft answer turn away wrath, but grievous words, what does it say? But grievous words
stir up anger.
Stir up anger. What's that? Break it down. If you've been in arguments, you know exactly what this is talking about. Right? Break it down, somebody. Go ahead.
Would that be like Ambassador Trump, the way he was talking?
Trump,
that ambassador.
how was he talking?
He was stirring up anger. The way he was being
Okay,
Mexicans.
Yeah, that was political though.
Mm-hmm.
Let's make it personal, right? Not to that.
That's like, okay, so say you say something about my shoes, and I'll be like, oh yeah, that's when grandma died.
That's all right.
Right. But it's the anger that you have in your words. You're loud. You want to say something?
Well, I was gonna say, sir, is that it's one of them scenarios, whether it be with your rib, one of your loved ones, or especially like your brother, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's certain things that you can say.
There you go.
Like when you look at them in their face, like y'all got friction, there's tension.
Mm-hmm.
But you being the wise one, you able to say, brother, I do understand where you're coming from, and then you can still be like, and give him your position.
Yeah.
But it's all the way you do it. You kind of got to be like a Mac with it. Like,
all right.
A soft word is like the way you come off and what you say. Because if he say something to you and you be like, no, nigga, like the way you think is stupid. Like, it's gonna continue to flow up.
It's just like you in the Shamar department, right? Which in the Shamar department, we taught to de-escalate, or not me, but y'all taught to de-escalate the situation, right? So if someone is hostile, you don't meet hostility with hostility, right? Y'all get that, right? You don't meet it with that because that person that's already hostile has a demon on. And that demon is trying to bring the demon out of you. In the same way we go into an argument, right? Same way. So that demon, that hostile demon in that person, when you flip the switch and say, calm down, tell me what's really going on. Now that demon can go, oh, okay. Now can we talk? Right? Can we? Because I thought you was gonna go be crazy. I thought I had to be crazy. You get what I'm saying? You like, well, now some people might be hostile in an environment, right? And you say, and let's talk over here where no one's at. Now this demon doesn't have to be hostile. You understand? Because you do realize it's a demon. It's not you. How you know it's not you talking like that? Go ahead.
Because you don't do it often?
Nah, it's not that you don't do it often. You might do it all the time. Go ahead.
Like, if you in that state, you just talking. You're not even thinking, saying you just talking.
Yeah, or what else? You probably won't get it. I'll give it to you. Go ahead.
You don't apologize after?
That's it. You know what I'm saying? How you know it's not you? Because you're going, sorry, man. That wasn't me. I wasn't thinking. I don't know what happened. Right? That's how you know it's not you, because that was the demon.
Right.
And the demon overtook you in that moment.
Right.
Right? The thing is to be a brother who doesn't let demons overtake him. The thing is to realize that I'm angry, but now I got to channel me being angry, right? You got to channel your aggression on how you want to handle a situation. You can't handle it off the handle. Yeah, there you go. You know, you can't handle it going crazy, right? Malakma.
That's a lie, sir. So basically saying like don't get emotional.
There you go. Don't be emotional. That's such a UPK thing.
Oh God.
Hey, why are you emotional? If a brother tell you that, you just gotta be like, you just gotta stand Ahmad Shabbat for the rest of the day. You just like emotional. Hell no, it's like I ain't even trying to be emotional, right? But that's how you know that's not you. It's a demon on you. So that demon lives through you, and there's certain things that'll bring the demon up. Same with a woman, right? You arguing with a woman, you might say things to press her buttons. Or you might just do something to press her button. And there's a demon on her, she's gonna go crazy. And there's a demon in you. But you know how to handle demon. You get what I'm saying? So now she says something and you talk her down. You don't be as loud as she is. Now you can. There is times you just have to do it. And there's no problem with that. But there's other times you could talk the demon down. Eli.
So for most brothers, that demon is pressing the buttons.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the demon does. Like it don't necessarily wilding out on her. You know what I'm saying? It'd be to get that response. Because brothers want to be like, see, look at you, you look crazy.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, that'll make a woman even more crazy.
Right.
this how you like acting. But y'all get the point. Give me the next piece about it.
So this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 18 and verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
The words of a man's mouth are as deep waters.
The words of a man's mouth as deep waters. Go ahead.
And the wellspring of wisdom as a flowing brook.
And a wellspring of wisdom as a flowing brook. Go ahead. That's it?
That's verse 4.
Keep going.
Verse 5. It is not good to accept the person of the wicked, to overthrow the righteous in judgment.
Come on, man. Break it down. Everybody understand what that said? You got it, Rico? Go ahead.
If someone wickedly talking down to someone righteously, and you can let that person's stupidity.
That's almost.
All
right. Malakma.
Like, sure, would this mean like like Dwayne Wade, how he accepts his son for who he is and pushes him to be a female.
Okay. No, coming out. What was you gonna say?
I was gonna say, when it comes to a matter and you judging, you take the wicked side.
You take the wicked side. Why? Why?
Like going back to trying to please everybody.
Okay, you on it. Read again.
So the book of Proverbs, chapter 18 and verse 4. The words of a man's mouth are as deep waters.
Are as deep waters. What does that mean? What is that? Give me that metaphor. The words of a man's mouth is as deep waters. Not that.
It's like saying like what you say can affect something.
Absolutely. That's right. Keep going.
And the wellspring of wisdom as a flowing brook.
And the wellspring of wisdom as a flowing brook. What does that mean? Remember, these flowing brooks, like these are old Quaker English words, but y'all know they are. Malak, you hand up. Rigo, go ahead, Rigo.
It's a little stream.
Say it again.
A brook is a little stream.
Yeah. So if you got deep waters and a little stream, what does that mean? Right? Y'all getting it a little bit, right? Keep going.
Verse 5. It is not good to accept the person of the wicked, to overthrow the righteous in judgment.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
Verse 6. A fool's lips enter into contention, and his mouth calleth for strokes.
Keep going.
Verse 7. A fool's mouth is his destruction, and his lips are the snare of his soul.
Come on, man. Y'all understand this, right? Y'all getting it? Coming out. Go ahead.
Like, is that like siding with somebody the way they speak?
Not siding. No. Sis.
Being deceived by their words when they speak ill upon someone else and letting that impair your judgment on someone.
That's on it. Go ahead, Natazat.
So like sir, the example that's coming to my mind is when Edomite tried to talk bad about Guerrilla Hebrew to Captain Zariak, and Captain Zariak said, "Don't think that I'm gonna side with you only because you're speaking ill of my brother because he's not with us.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're an Edomite and he's still my brother, but we might not be on the same accord, but he's still my brother.
Y'all close. Y'all close. Read it again. Just read it one more time.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 18 and verse 4. The words of a man's mouth are as deep waters.
The words of a man's mouth are as deep waters. Go ahead.
And the wellspring of wisdom as a flowing brook.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 5. It is not good to accept the person of the wicked, to overthrow the righteous in judgment.
You understand? Okay. Now, this is what y'all just said, right? It is not good to what?
Overthrow the righteous and accept.
It's not good to accept the wicked, right? Go ahead.
To overthrow the righteous in judgment.
To overthrow the righteous in judgment. Keep going.
A fool's lips enter into contention.
A fool's lips enter into contention. Go ahead.
And his mouth calleth for strokes.
Mm-hmm. And his mouth calleth for what?
Strokes.
Calleth for what?
Strokes.
How you stroke someone's mouth? Normal. Pause. Slap you. How you do that?
You chin check them.
No.
Are you trying to get a rise out of him?
Nah. He's trying to get a rise out of you. You understand? He wants you to stroke his words. He wants you to feed into what he's saying. He's putting you essentially in a box, and you're not knowing you're getting taken to this box because you respect him when you shouldn't respect him. You understand? You're respecting somebody you shouldn't respect because you think they're deep, you think they're smart, but don't respect them. I don't respect white people, not one.
That's right.
You understand? I don't care how good or well they speak. I don't care. I don't respect them. You understand?
Okay.
If you start respecting them, now you're stroking them. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Now you're stroking them. Now you're treating them like white Jesus, right? Or you're treating this person who's trying to put you in a box that might not be white. You're stroking what they want you. They're controlling your narrative, right? Keep going out.
So verse 7. A fool's mouth is his destruction, and his lips are the snare of his soul.
Now, this fool's mouth is a destruction. And if you're wise, you'll know he's a fool. You'll see it. You'll see it. Don't be fooled. People talk very well. They talk big words and they say a whole bunch of big things that don't mean nothing.
Right.
We can talk plain and come across more clear. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Some people that talk a lot of ways and they don't mean a damn thing. Keep going up.
So verse 8. The words of a talebearer are as wounds, and they go down into the innermost parts of the belly.
You understand that? The words of a talebearer are his wounds, and they go down to the innermost belly. What is the innermost belly? Go ahead.
So now so they break it down to them. It kind of confused me.
The words of a talebearer. What's a talebearer? I almost said it. What's a talebearer? Go ahead.
It's like a storyteller.
It's someone who goes, he said this about you. But yeah, he said, but then he said that. And they go down where? To the innermost belly. Where's the innermost belly?
Like, would that be an instigator?
Just an instigator. But what's the innermost belly?
The innermost belly would have to be what you believe in, right?
No. Malakma.
Details?
No.
Like the gut?
The what?
The gut?
The gutter. How about that? The innermost belly. What's the innermost belly? Where you at? In the city. That's the innermost belly. They want to go where you at, where Christ would be. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 9. He also that is slothful in his work is brother to him that is a great waster.
Salaki. That's it. Y'all understand, right? Don't let someone play you with their words. Be up on that so you can play them. Y'all get that, right?
Okay.
Don't be fooled by words. Don't be fooled by how someone is, platforms, none of that. Know that the Lord is with you. And you got to recognize that and not be played. Because words will play on you. Yala.
What I want to say, so it was one of the greatest examples of this is like the pimp game. Because that's what, you know, probably talk the most useless shit to get people to do what they want them to do. You know, they come off real charismatic.
Yeah.
But, you know, they call it popping your peas.
Yeah, but that's why they go.
They're not saying nothing. Howard say the fool's lips is going to be his destruction.
Right.
The same way he tried to live by the whatever game he was running, he gonna die by that.
Being a pimp is easy. You can go talk to a woman who has no protection.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You talk to a woman who has no protection. That now she found a daddy. So now she gonna be a daughter to somebody in the most wickedest way. You get what I'm saying? So that's the thing that he does, because he uses his mouth to get what he wants. To a fool that will be played though. So imagine you get played, now you consider yourself a hoe.
Right.
Don't be a hoe. Y'all understand, right?
Right.
All right, give me James. Give me James.
The book of James, the 3rd chapter and the 5th verse.
Right.
Even so, the tongue is a little member.
Right. Even so, the tongue is a little member. This tongue you got in your mouth, it's a little member. Go ahead.
And boasted great things.
And then boasted great thing. What do you mean by to boast great things? What's that mean? Go ahead.
Speak big.
Yeah.
Right.
Speak what? No, you said it. Speak what?
Speak big.
Yeah. You can say a lot with your mouth. What else can you do with your mouth? You can hurt people with your mouth. The things you say matter. Y'all understand, right? Don't think words don't hurt. People like, you know, words won't hurt me. I'm too damn strong. Words do hurt other people. Y'all understand? You can say something, it will hurt somebody because you got a big mouth or you don't know how to control your mouth. You understand?
Behold, how great a matter a little fire kindleth.
Right. Kindleth, right?
Kindleth.
How great a matter a little fire kindleth. What's that little fire? That little fire is in your mouth, the tongue, and how you talk. You say one thing, now this person don't never want to speak to you. You understand? You say one thing, now someone's fighting because of your mouth. Everybody knows that one person who just had that mouth. Like, is she coming over here? Oh man, goddamn! Don't say nothing, cause she gonna tell everybody. Oh, he over there? Yeah, nah, don't. Cause I know this person gonna go back and say this and light a fire. The things that you say are important. You understand? The things that you say are important. That's why you should say right things. In the scripture, it talks about when you become a new person, your communication is even different, right? Keep going up.
Verse 6. And the tongue is a fire, a world of iniquity. A world of iniquity.
A world of iniquity. Keep going.
So is the tongue among our members.
And the tongue is amongst your members. Go ahead.
That it defieth the whole body.
It defieth the whole body.
Okay.
You understand? Your mouth and what you say to people matters. So what does that mean? What am I trying to say with this scripture? What does that mean? Go ahead, Malakma.
Watch your mouth.
Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. You understand? Be careful what you say to another person. Y'all understand, right? Go ahead.
It could confuse them what you say, right, sir?
Say it again.
It could confuse them with what you say.
What confuse who?
Like, let's say, for instance, you try to give someone the wrong advice, but you want to give them the right advice, but you're actually giving them the wrong advice.
Mm-hmm.
And that person actually, goes down.
That's correct. I'll take it. Some people shouldn't give advice. Y'all understand that, right?
If I may.
What's up?
I got picked up by my brother Commandant. Mm-hmm. My real blood brother was telling me to smoke some blunt.
Mm-hmm.
That's the confusion. Coming in to where I really need to come.
Mm-hmm. Because if you would smoke that blunt, you wouldn't have been here.
Never. Yeah.
So people got to watch what they say, right? Watch what you say. That's the whole point. The Bible talks about it. Watch your mouth, what you say, and what controls your mouth? Your head. So before you say something, think. Right? Y'all heard that before, right?
Oh God.
You heard that growing up. You need the Bible to hear that, right? Think before you speak. Y'all heard that, right? That's what you should do. All right. Now we good on that, right? Any more on that? We read the next verse. Let me hear the next verse.
Verse 7. Every kind of beast and of birds and of serpents.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. All right. Now, if someone give me go ahead, score. Give me Ecclesiastes 41.
So do you want verse 2?
Yeah, let me hear verse 2.
James chapter 3 and 2. For in many things we offend all. If any man offend not in word, the same is a perfect man, and able also to bridle the whole body.
Come on, man. And to bridle your whole body means to control yourself. You understand? If you can control your mouth, you can control yourself. You understand? That's the person you want to be. You want to be a person that can control your tongue and control yourself. Have self-control. Y'all with me? Self-control is a big thing, right? Solid. Now give me Ecclesiasticus 41 and 16.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 41, verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, be shamefaced.
Be what?
Be shamefaced.
Therefore, be shamefaced. What does it mean to be shamefaced? Rigo.
Remorse of what you've done.
Yeah, that's right. Be shamefaced. Be ashamed when you did something wrong. You understand? Y'all get that? Go ahead, Rigo.
Can you still feel shamefaced if you didn't do something, but you were around people that were trying to convince you to, you know?
No, because you didn't do it. Why would you be ashamed of that? Why would you be ashamed for them? You should be ashamed for the people you're around. But why would you be ashamed? You didn't do it. Go ahead.
So like you said, can you still congregate with these people even though you don't do the things that they do?
Yeah, you can congregate with them. There's no sin against that. You know what I'm saying? But the Bible also says, give me Thessalonians 5 and 22 real quick, and let's come back to this. Go ahead, out.
That's the back company corrupt speaker.
What?
Is that the verse of back corrupt speaker?
Yeah, I can't hear you. What'd you say?
He said the bad company corrupt good character.
It's something like that. Yeah, it's something along them lines. Go ahead, out.
But so like you said, can you be around the beehive and not stick to the honey?
It's this. You control yourself. If you want to be a whole bunch of sinners, that's something you might like to do. I don't know why, but that might be something you like to do. You get what I mean? Is it a sin or it's not a sin? Hold on 1 second. Let me read this precept.
Thessalonians 1 and 5, sir?
5 and 22.
Oh, God. The book of Thessalonians, chapter 5, verse 22. Abstain from all appearance of evil.
You understand, right?
Oh, God.
That's what you want to do. Don't look like you're doing something evil. How do you know something looks evil? Give me an example. Go ahead.
This is evil.
That's not an example. Give me an example. Malakma.
Let's say you with a bunch of brothers in the world, they want to go to Red Lobster. You're not gonna go with them and eat at that Red Lobster because you come out, somebody sees you coming out of it, they gonna think you was even out up there eating lobster with.
Give me a better one. I mean, there's some stuff at Red Lobster you don't gotta get no unlawful, right? Come on.
I'm sorry, I didn't have my hand up.
Oh, Salaki. Give me another example. Go ahead, not that.
If you at a holiday celebration
Mm-hmm.
and it's Christmas time, you in the function and you're not celebrating, but you just there with them. They're gonna assume that. I mean, someone's gonna assume that you're doing what they do.
I'll take that. It's a better one though. It's a better one. I mean, that's a good one. There's a better one. It's common. Chrysler.
What's the question?
Give me an example of being around something that, what I say, so like appears to be evil. That's a good one. Put your hand down there.
Birthdays.
Somebody give me an example. And nobody knows. Go ahead.
So like you said, that appears to be evil.
Yeah.
A function playing some rap music.
That appears to be evil.
Yeah, because it's talking. I mean, if you play some music that's
we listen to rap music all the time. That can't be that. It can't be that coming down.
No, so like, I was saying because it talks about, you know, the lyrics talk about whores and you know what I mean. So it appears that they don't be like, oh, they listen to that, so they must live that life.
No. Good.
So when it says the appearance of evil, sir, that's assuming it is evil, correct?
Yes.
So if you on the corner on the block, when niggas gangbang with the homies, right, you're gonna be grouped into that. Like you might be a priest, you might be a strong officer of 50 or whatever, but you out there, you kind of like how they say guilty by association.
That doesn't get. That's not an appearance of evil. Remember, Christ Republicans. I'm trying to go there with it. Christ sat with sinners. What you gonna say, sis?
I don't know if it's called witchery. Like witch stuff.
Witchery. Go. Give me an example.
Like witchcraft.
Yeah.
Witchcraft. Like what?
Is that evil? Is that evil? Yeah.
Witchcraft. Like what kind of witchcraft?
I don't know.
Don't get caught coming out from getting your palm read. Yeah, something like that.
I'll take that. That's evil. You understand? What y'all saying is, I get it. Like it's, you know, that's evil. If you come out, that's you into witchcraft. You come out some palm reading thing, that's against God. Is it against God to hang out with somebody? You know, no, it's not. Is it against God to be on the block? It's not.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? It's not against God, but it is against God to come out of palm. That's for damn sure. You get what I'm saying? You was just with the person. You was supporting them in their wickedness. You get me?
That's like the strip club I want. Don't be.
Oh, strip club.
Out the strip club.
That's evil. That ain't appearance.
That's the evil.
That ain't the appearance of evil. That's
come out the
that's
strip
evil.
club with Dimitri on. You like, wasn't you in house against this? I'm trying to help these hoes out.
Trying to help these hoes out, huh? I did the prayer for the hoes. The curses. No sweat. But I got you. Right. Give me the Ecclesiasticus 41:16.
Okay.
The whole thing is to stay away from things that look evil. If you believe that something is evil, don't be around it. Right? Now, if you're around your cousin at your mother's house and he's smoking weed, you don't smoke weed. Go sit away from him. You know what I'm saying? Go sit away from him. Go stand away from him. You know what I mean? Because you don't want someone to be like, damn, I seen, Kamadar. He's standing next to this cat smoking a blunt. You know what I mean? You don't want that. Just go sit away from him. Right? Who had their hand up? So like, no, hold on. What's your question?
Was Christ around people that were doing the
Yes,
stuff?
he was. He was around. He was on brothers who wasn't in the truth. That was the point. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Did he still love them?
Did he still love him? Yeah, that's the whole reason why he sat by them. When you sit by someone, it's because you care about them. You know what I'm saying? But more importantly, love is, like I said, love and feelings, those are irrelevant. He had a duty. The duty was to take the people forward and bring them into the truth. You understand? No sweat. Give me Ecclesiasticus 41:16.
Come on. The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 41, verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore be shamefaced according to my word. For it is not good to retain all shamefacedness, neither is it altogether approved in everything.
Right. You should be shamefaced, man. Listen, what does it mean to be shamefaced? Somebody was going to answer it earlier. What does it mean to be shamefaced? Kratza.
Humble.
Not humble. Not humble. Malakma.
So like, it mean like being vigilant? Like,
No, not vigilant. Sis.
Embarrassed.
There you go. Be embarrassed. Why would you be embarrassed? Why should you be embarrassed? Coming out.
You feeling judged?
Because you're feeling judged?
Because they are judging.
They're judging you why?
Because you shouldn't be doing those things.
Shouldn't be doing what?
You know what I'm saying? Anything that's against the Lord.
And that's why you should be embarrassed. That's why you should be shamefaced. You understand? The Lord said, be shamefaced. Be shamefaced when you do something wrong. When you sin against God, you should be embarrassed. You shouldn't have a good night's sleep. You understand? You shouldn't feel good. You shouldn't want. You shouldn't want to talk. I wouldn't even want to talk to nobody. You get what I'm saying? The Lord said, man, if you're gonna be a sinner, be shamefaced about it. Be proud about it. Don't be Christian, right? A Christian's like, well, God, me and God, we have an understanding. He know I do a little crack sometimes, but he know I'm trying to get right. He know that, right? That's your relationship with God. Your relationship with God is like he know that sometimes I mess up, I come back, and he love me for who I am though, because who I am, that's why he loves. That's why our relationship is what it is. No, be ashamed, be shamefaced, be embarrassed, right? Be look at yourself like you're disgusting. Right. Look at you like, God damn, why did I do that? Oh my goodness. Like, be sick. The Lord wants you to be sick about what you did. Why should you be sick? Because you can't, you are going to do it again. That's your problem. You're going to do it again. The Lord knows it too. He said, at least when you do it, feel horrible about it. That's the beginning of change. You understand? That's the first step to changing, is you feeling disgusting about your act that you did. If you don't feel that way, you got a long way to go. Right. If you do feel that way, that's a small step. That's a small step, right? Keep going.
Oh God. Verse 17. Be ashamed of whoredom before father and mother.
Man, be ashamed of whoredom before father and mother. A lot of sisters, right? We get over sexualized at a young age. You know what I'm saying? And so what we want to do is have, a quick gratification, right? Quick gratification is what does our body good, because that's the state we live in. The state we live in is, I want more, I want this, I want that. I want these things quick, fast, and in a hurry, instead of having the long run, right? We want what you would call junk food. You know what I'm saying? And before our mothers and fathers, right? Now, a lot of us probably had mothers and fathers who were the same way. But now you have fathers and mothers in here who are in the truth. You understand? So before them, you should be embarrassed. You understand? You should feel horrible in front of them. Be shamefaced in them. You understand, right? That's how you should feel. Because, we raised you better than that. Right. To do the things you're doing, you shouldn't be like that, right? Keep going.
Come on. And of a line before a prince and a mighty man. Verse 18. Of an office before a judge and ruler.
Offense.
Oh, Salakia. And of an offense before a judge and a ruler. Of iniquity before a congregation and people.
Right. So now, there's another point, right? You have an offense with a brother. A brother offended you, right? Instead of going to him and him alone, what do?
You go out in the street and you be like, you know what this nigga did to him?
Not the street.
Well, I mean, amongst the
No, not the street.
No. Maybe publicly.
Publicly how?
By not going directly to him first off.
That's true. That's true. But how? In this context, keep going. Keep going.
Come on. In iniquity before a congregation and people, of unjust dealing with thy partner and friend.
Right. And you go to a people of unjust dealing before a partner and friend. What's that mean?
Is it like before you go? Okay, how does it apply to us or to how you conduct yourself?
I'm just saying, break it down.
Well, like you try to take a brother like to like a public court before you take him to counsel.
That's it. That's what it is.
Like a brother in school, and you really go and file a civil suit instead of.
There you go. Counsel. You understand, right? Like if I got a problem with Karatza, and Karatza like, man, hey, so like, how can we handle it? Yeah, we handle it in court. That's how we're gonna handle it.
Damn.
He like, damn, I ain't want. He like, Cord. He like, yeah. I'm gonna get mine. I'm getting mine. Hey, I'm getting mine. Right. You get what I'm saying? So I tell Karatza, I'm not going before the just. I'm gonna go, but for our matter, before the unjust. That's what that scripture is talking about. That's the type of person that the Lord said He don't want you to be.
Okay.
Don't be like that. Don't be white, right? That's white. It's white. White people should do that. You know what I mean? The Lord said, "Be black." That's why He said, "Give me 1 Corinthians 6:2 real quick, and hold that." Not like you stay right there. Someone give me 1 Corinthians 6:2. Start at 6:1.
The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 6 verse 1. Mm-hmm. Dare any of you having a matter against another go to the law before the unjust?
You understand that, right? Dare any of you having a matter go to the law? Wait, so go to the where?
Go to the law before the unjust.
Go to the law before the unjust. Go ahead.
And not before the saints.
And not before the who?
And not before the saints.
Right. You rather go before you come to the saints. Who are the saints? Go ahead.
The children of Israel or the people.
The children of Israel. Give me the exact term of who the saints are. Malakma.
Priests.
That's true, but I need to. It's a better answer. Read.
The people that keep the law, statutes, commandments.
Okay, I combine what y'all said, and a saint is a repented Israelite. Right. You understand? So you rather go to laws before the saints. Keep going.
Verse 2. Do ye know not? It's like, do ye not know that the saints shall judge the world?
You understand, right? The saints will judge the world. So now let's go back to the verse. Nazar. Why would you go to them when the children of Israel, the saints should be the judges of your matter? You understand? So don't go to them, go to the white man problem. Come to the judges in Israel. Right. Come into that council. Right? And that's how you get judgment. I was talking about earlier. The reason why we have problems, the reason why we are the way we are, the reason why we talk the way we talk, because we are uneducated in how to treat each other, right? You get your education right here through the Bible. That's the reason why we teach classes. The Bible, it teaches you your education on how to talk. That's the whole breakdown of the class, right? Mm-hmm. Controlling your mouth, speaking kind to one another. Those things go a long way in our spirit, not just in words. It's the spirit that does it, because the Lord knows how to heal someone through the Bible. So now if you don't do the things that the Bible says, if you don't apply knowledge, right? They say knowledge is great, right? How is knowledge great? When you don't apply knowledge.
Right.
So if you apply the knowledge, that's what makes you great, right? So if we're going to break down the Bible, we're not going to just talk about it. We got to do what it says. So now we're going to do what it says. Now I can talk to my brother and we can have a great conversation as two black men, two Hispanic men, a black and Hispanic man, right? We can have them type of conversations. No problem, right? Read that.
Oh, God. The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 41, verse 18. Mm-hmm. Of an offense before a judge and ruler, of iniquity before a congregation and people, of unjust dealing before thy partner and friend.
Go ahead.
And of theft in regard of the place where thou sojournest, mm-hmm. and in regard of the of God and His covenant.
Where you at? Where you at?
Verse 19. Sorry.
Go ahead. Keep going.
And to lean with thine elbow upon the meat.
Right, and you the same type of cat that would lean with your elbow upon the meat. What does that mean? Yeah. What's it mean if you're a brother who will lean his elbow upon the meat? You lie.
That's like being stingy.
Yeah, absolutely. Keep going.
It's like you the type of cat to, like, I mean, if everybody put it on the bottle and you got the bottle, you just.
Yeah, it's like saying, "Oh yeah, this the meat." Yeah, what y'all about to eat? Right. What y'all about to eat? Right. I know y'all grew up in school, right? You ever asked somebody for some chips? Right. They hold the bottom of the bag. You like, me some chips. You like, God damn, man. The chips is way over here. My hand is right up. You can't get no chips.
They squeeze it.
Yeah, they squeeze the bottom. No, they squeeze the bottom. Like, go ahead. Go ahead, get some. Go ahead. That's you. Greedy. You're a greedy bastard. The Lord said, don't be like that. Y'all understand? Keep going.
And of scorning to give and take.
And of scorning to give. You like, it's the same person that said, here's $20. God damn. Yeah, like damn, he said, camp funds is So like, camp funds? Oh my God. You don't want to give them no bread. I can't do it. Can't do it. I can't do it. Can't do it. I don't want to do it. Because you feel like that money is yours. You're the same brother who never pays tithes. Same cat that don't pay tithes. 10%. That's a lot. 10% a lot. You the same cat that can't get off that 10%. Let me help you. This is something Jeremiah taught me. Let me help you with something, right? Your tithe money wouldn't stop or start the school. Just to let you know. What did everybody know what tithes is about? What is tithes about? Paying your tithes to the school. What is it about? Now,
Sacrifice.
Sacrifice is good. Malakman.
Helping your brothers and sisters.
Helping your brothers and sisters. Okay. What is it really about? Anybody know? Where you going?
Giving back to your father.
Giving back? Nah, I ain't giving back. The money not yours. Let me help you out.
Yeah, most of that.
Y'all understand? Correct.
It's about keeping the law.
It's okay. It's about loyalty.
Right.
That's what it's about. Paying your tithes is the law. Paying tithes do go to paying brothers' rents and all across the country and all that. But it's about your loyalty to what you love, what you say you love. You understand? That's what it's about. So, Eli.
Is it like I would go back to how Abraham seen when he seen, because it was an appearance, right? When he seen what you did, and he realized how great appearance was, and he knew, and that's why his loyalty to that was like, you deserve 10% of all of this, everything.
Yeah, he was the beginning of 10% because what that brother did, what Melchizedek did for Abraham, is the same thing that truth does for you. You get what I'm saying? It would gave him knowledge and wisdom in a session. And the same reason why we give 10% to the truth is because the things it does for us. And that's why we should give our 10%. You get what I'm saying? Whether you get $5,000 or $50, the Lord wants 10% of that. And it belongs to him. You understand? Hold on 1 second. Keep going. So now it says that it will put your elbow upon the meat and lean on it. You're leaning on it, put pressure on it so you don't give it to nobody else. The same person that was scorned, keep going.
Oh God. To give and take. Verse 20. And of silence before them that salute thee.
And with silence before them that salute thee. Go ahead.
And to look upon an harlot. And to turn away thy face from thy kinsmen. Or to take away a portion or a gift. Or to gaze upon another man's wife. Or to be over busy with his maid.
Right. This is the same person that won't pay tithe. That's what the Lord said you are. You're all those things. You know what I'm saying? Calm down.
So like I was gonna say, I was watching the General Mayak's class, asking the prophets, and he was bringing out that if you miss your tithes, the next time you pay your tithes is 15%. Right.
So like you get an $800 check, right? You miss your tithes. It's supposed to be $80. I don't know. Okay, yeah, 10% is $80, right? So now your next check you get $800 again. You pay 50% of that 80 because you missed your last check. You know what I'm saying? So now let's say you missed your third one. Now you understand? Now you got to reset in your head. Oh damn! Lord, please, God, forgive me. I pay my 10. You understand? So there's a law in effect if you miss your tithes. You know what I'm saying? So you miss your 10, no problem. You miss your 15, now it's a crime. Y'all with me?
Okay.
Go ahead. Croswell.
So like, okay, so you miss your 15. Then you go back and pay the 15 on your third check, even after you done sin. Like, you know, you can say you done sin, you still pay the 15, or you go back and recess the 10.
Or you can do 3 10s. There's a loophole. Y'all know, y'all ain't know about it. It's a loophole on this one. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll pay that 10, 10, 10. I'm gonna pay that.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? It's on you. Whatever the Lord, how much mercy you think you got with God, that's what you would do. Go ahead.
Salahi, sir, can you always repay God, the Most High, in Christ if you're a little late?
Little late with
interest?
Little late with what?
Let's say you haven't been working.
The Lord, if you don't got no income, the Lord don't require no tithes. The Lord requires your time. You understand? You don't gotta. If you don't have the Lord, that's why I said the Lord said any increase you get, 10% belong to Him. Some brothers don't got a slavery.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you don't got a slavery, you might get some income every so often. You still pay the tithes on that.
Salahi.
Go ahead.
Can it be righteously?
What?
Let's say if you're in the world, but you still want to give to the Most High.
Can
you still give them 10, 20%?
If you want to talk about selling weed, drugs, yeah, you whatever you want to do, but you gonna die.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you want to get, you shouldn't. I wouldn't pay tithes if I sold drugs. I'll tell you that much. I guess. You know what I mean? I wouldn't give a damn at that point. If I sell drugs, why would I pay tithes? Now, if I want to pay tithes, if someone said this is drug money tithes, we're not taking that. We don't know we don't know the money you get. Go ahead.
Like, if you don't have a regular job, 8 to 5, but you're still trying to
make bread, how?
I don't know.
Uber
water,
Eats,
Gatorades.
Oh, that's fine. Of course, that's why the increase. All right. With that, any other questions before we roll? So,
go ahead, real quick, sir. So, in the instance, like, I mean, I know we wouldn't do it, but it's like it's one of the things where the kingpin of the city, you know what I'm saying, like see us and he feels some type of way because he does get emotional, right?
Mm-hmm.
He see priests and prophets doing the work and he like, these niggas really is the truth. Don't name to the school, we would not accept that offer.
And he said these niggas is the truth.
they really doing the work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They taking care of the community.
Yeah, $100,000.
Yeah.
Here 10 racks out.
Right.
Too.
Right.
Yeah.
We wouldn't accept that offer from them.
The same way we won't accept money from a devil, we won't accept drug money. You get what I'm saying? The devil want to stop us from speaking the Bible, speaking the truth. We're not accepting that because we're not gonna stop. Now, some cat that wanna, he sell drugs and he wanna feel good about selling drugs, so he got 10,000. We don't want your 10,000. You're not about to corrupt our business. You get what I'm saying? You're not going to corrupt the Lord's business with your drugs, with your drug money. I don't want your drug money. Like, this is the thing. Though that money can increase us for whatever we do, in that moment, it won't increase us with the Lord.
That's right.
The Lord would kill the California school.
Right.
The Lord would kill any school in any zone that takes drug money.
Right.
You understand? So we'll give a damn about drug money, and we're here now. We need that. You know what I mean? Go ahead. Get your hand up. Yeah. So why Salakia?
Sorry. Yeah, I was gonna say the Lord don't even need that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Why would this drug dealer get the glory, and not the true servants of God? Go ahead.
So like I said, so is it sinful? Is it sinful to make investments in companies that may be legal, but you know that that's what it's about?
No, it's not sinful because it's legal.
Is it shameful, sir?
Is it shameful? It can be. It depends on what business it is.
Like, you invest in weed businesses.
Yeah.
People do invest in weed businesses.
Green stocks and things like that.
Right. Now, a weed business that what they
I don't mean like opening a dispensary. I don't want
CBD.
I'm saying like I'm a priest, man. I hire people. And that's, I'm not talking about that. I know that's a sin. You a witch doing that, but I mean investing in those type of companies.
Okay, so like say people invest. They might invest in some a health stock, right? Like I invest in OPK.
Right.
OPK supports abortions. Are you a sinner? You get what I'm saying? You don't even know what the hell you investing in.
Right.
A lot of people invest in Bitcoin. The person who owns Bitcoin, if you don't know, is a damn child molester. You get what I'm saying? So does that make you a child molester and rapist? You understand that? You know what I mean? You're not in it because you support the person. You're trying to get the money. Now, is it against God to do that? If you support the person, yeah, you weird. You know what I mean? But you want the money. The same money you're gonna earn and give 10% for.
You're not investing it.
No. Well, go ahead. Leave that alone for a second.
You're not investing it because he owns it. Mm-hmm. You invest in it because you see the stock.
Cut. So you like, let me get on this stock.
Come on, sir.
Let me get on this stock. You get what I'm saying? Am I doing my full research on what these stocks are? Probably not. You know what I mean? With that, Pascal, over the priest and our board.
Just smooth it out. When the Rizal Amijah, me stand. We're gonna give one courteous salute to the teacher. And the Rizal, we're gonna start with the teacher. And the Rizal Amijah Shabbat, Amijah Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shabbat. Sorry, face the sisters. Our brothers, maybe you could please stand. We're gonna give one courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Amijah Shabbat, Amijah Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shabbat. Yani Matah dismissed.